Doll Day members, recently it started to come up the word diversity in doll collecting, which I think is funny because doll manufacturers and doll makers have always embraced diversity because diversity equals sales. Right now we're looking at a study group of dolls that really are beyond the pale in the sense that they are not pale white dolls. They're dolls of beautiful colors, diverse colors. This was a marketplace for the Brew Company, and we can go by their advertisements that was very important to them to reach out to as many markets as they could. And if we look at the study group and the types of dolls, we can really learn that they were doing this all along. So this would be in our group, our oldest piece. And this is a circle and dot Brew. And basically the circle and dot is the same mold as the teture. The circle and the dot would be the area where they would have put the mechanism for the drinking. Standard body, gusseted knees, all leather body. But what makes this special is the coloring. And this doll has its original box, so it's in pristine condition. In this country and other countries, there was African Americans were prosperous and highly successful. So this could have been in a New York department store, catering to an African American family. And of course, we all come in different tones, so you will see just on this table a kaleidoscope. The next we would have, I think I'm going to go here, which here we have the Henri Chevreau era. So this is after 1882. And if you want, I'm not going to mess with this original factory dress. This is a Brew factory dress. This is the Henri Chevreau body. And if you go back into our archive on YouTube, there's a whole body program with Brew, and you can look at this. But here you have the classic Brew Jeune, and this is a size 8, I think. Yes, a size 8. Everything is the same as the Caucasian dolls, except the body has been tinted with a slightly beigeish colored body. Now, the China paints. Today, when you make dolls, you call up your supplier and they send you the China paints. The Brew Company and the manufacturers of their heads, each one of those companies made their own colors. So you're not going to have any one color of any company match the others. They made it with a little grinder thing, and they use various powders to get their colors. But this is a classic Brew, and I think one thing that is wonderful is these caramel colored eyes, which really only, I think, work with this skin tone. Now we're going to go and look at, again, this is an Henri Chevreau era, but now we have more of an ebony finish. And this is basically the teture head that is on an Henri Chevreau body, very dark coloring, which sometimes makes it difficult to photograph. But in order to get the lip color, they would have to fire the overall skin tone, leave the mouth white, and then refire it several times to get all that decoration on the lips. So these were expensive, costly dolls to produce. And again, as I said, Julie spends a lot of time making sure her dolls all look perfect. And I think this is a nice presentation. Could be part of the doll's original trousseau, who knows. Now we're going to go to this, is meant to depict people from other lands, I would assume, because it's very fanciful. And the Brew Company did a lot of dress dolls that were meant to be display pieces, decorative arts. And I think this falls into that. Whenever I see these kind of beads, which we associate with Christmas, that's usually a good indicator that it is a decorative type of doll. But again, beautiful bisque tone. And then I think the lips are very different. They're a little bit of a plummy color. And again, this is the Henri Chauveau era body, tinted again. They didn't use leather that was colored. They tinted it. So when it does wear, it'll wear off into white. So this is, again, a very unusual piece. I put this in the 1890s. So I'm going to say the last is a spectacular, out of this world lady depicting someone from Asia. Again, they didn't go to Asia. They probably never saw anyone from Asia. Working off of early photography and probably artwork, they came up with this really lady with this amazing skin tone. And look at the eyes. Henri Chauveau era again, classic, with the metal tubing for the upper arm covered with leather, and then the classic arms. Now, I would say that this is probably not depicting someone from Japan. I would say that this is probably depicting someone, their version of someone from China. And I know that having a Japanese brew in quotations, the Japanese fans really do appreciate seeing these dolls. And again, I think that this is probably not necessarily a toy, but more of a meant originally to be a decorative item. But really an incredible piece, and the eyebrows, they make me smile every time I see them. So remember that diversity is nothing new in the doll world. It's been around a long, long time. The thing is, we're just not fortunate enough to get to see so many dolls of different ethnic origins. And of course, these are all, really their ethnic origin is they're all French. And look how the French embraced people from other lands and really made them into something really, really beautiful and something that should be cherished for generations to come.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.